Hello, guys. Welcome to the first episode of Beyond the Sidelines, a special channel started by us on YouTube, where we'll be bringing to you stories about athletes, match previews, contests, fan engagement programs, and much more. In today's episode, we'll be talking about the Champions League match between Manchester City and Paris Saint-Germain to be played at the Etihad Stadium. Both these teams are heavyweight teams. They went really well in the domestic uh, competitions. Paris Saint-Germain, who are having a cutthroat competition against Lille in the League One, while Manchester City are heading towards another Premier League title win under Pep. So it's going to be a cracker of a competition. But before we move on to our match preview, let's rewind a little bit and talk about recap. In the first leg between Manchester City and Paris Saint-Germain, Manchester City emerged victorious in a very closely fought contest. In the first half of the match, we saw Manchester City defensively trying to hold themselves against Paris Saint-Germain's attacks, but Paris Saint-Germain looked the better of the two teams, with Marquinhos getting the first goal in the 15th minute with a wonderful header. Many people had already expected Paris Saint-Germain to come through with a win because they were playing at home and they had already got the lead, but things were about to turn. At the end of the first half, uh, we saw Manchester City coming up with a different vigor in the second half, where they saw goals scored by Kevin De Bruyne and Riyad Mahrez getting them a deserved lead. Uh, 2-1 victory for Manchester City at the end of the first leg. Questions were raised about the goalkeeping by Keylor Navas, but of course, at the end of the day, those were two very vital goals by Manchester City, getting them an away goal as well. Unfortunately for Paris Saint-Germain, former Everton player Idrissa Gueye was shown a red card for his dreadful challenge on Ilkay Gundogan. So they're going to miss him in the second game. But again, this is going to just spice up things. You know, we've seen Paris Saint-Germain always making a comeback. We've seen them doing against Bayern Munich. We've seen them doing against other teams as well. So it will be foolish to say that Paris Saint-Germain are out of the Champions League already. So that's why it's going to be all the more crucial to see who would emerge victorious in the second leg. Well, when we talk about match facts, Manchester City has conceded the least number of goals this season in the UEFA Champions League. The only other team to concede the least number of goals in the UEFA Champions League, other than City, is Chelsea. City has a 100% win record at home in this year's Champions League, and they haven't lost a single game. City doesn't have any individual standout player. It's been a team effort. Sometimes Ferran Torres has been a player that stood up. Sometimes it's been Kevin De Bruyne. Sometimes it's been Phil Foden. Again, this has been a complete team effort for Manchester City, and that's why they're so little at home. City have scored a total of 13 goals at home, and they have only conceded 2 goals. So again, this is going to be very difficult for Paris Saint-Germain to penetrate the City defense. And it's of course going to be exciting, but at the end of the day, City are a strong unit at home. And when we talk about Paris Saint-Germain, again, their away form is much better compared to their home, and they have an 80% win record away from home. So they've scored 13 goals and conceded only 5 when they play away from home. Again, this is something that makes City another one vulnerable force. Again, they have completely relied a lot on Kylian Mbappe, who's been their top scorer with 8 goals. And it is important that Paris Saint-Germain again look up to him to stand up alongside Neymar. Paris Saint-Germain ranks first in big chances created with a total of 27 chances created and does an average of 2.4 big chances created per game. That's why I would say Paris Saint-Germain look lethal, but at the end of the day, City have a very good home record. And as we speak about this, let's look at the predicted lineups for the game. And now we head towards the lineup. Starting off firstly with Manchester City. Oh, they have so many options. You know, I think Pep Guardiola has been rotating his side for every game, and he's going to keep his players fresh for this absolutely important match against PSG. My lineup for Manchester City is as follows: on goal, Ederson Moraes. Defense will constitute Kyle Walker, Diaz, Stones, and probably at left back, I think Zinchenko will retain his place. Was quite good against PSG in the first leg, or it could be Cancelo, but I think it could be Zinchenko who would play. Rodri, Gundogan, and Silva. Gundogan will hold the key in the middle of the ground for Manchester City. Of course, Gundogan has been one of their most breakout players this year. He's been fantastic, the German, alongside Silva and Mahrez, De Bruyne, and Foden, the top three up top, the lethal attacking force for Manchester City, of course. Kevin De Bruyne would be a very, very important player this year for Manchester City because he's had the goal already in the first leg. He scored 3 times against them consecutively. Only other player to have scored more than Kevin De Bruyne against PSG is Neymar. Yes, you heard it right. Neymar has scored 4 times against PSG consecutively. So obviously, it's going to be important that we are Kevin and Phil Foden combined and get Manchester City through to the finals of the Champions League. So that's my lineup for Manchester City. Talking about Paris Saint-Germain, I think they have come on to this game on the back of a wonderful victory against Lens in League One. Neymar getting on the score sheet there. So I would start off firstly with the goalkeeper. I'm sure Keylor Navas has, that's a minor blip in his game last time. I'm sure that he's going to come up all guns blazing this game. So obviously Keylor Navas retains his place on the goal. Defense constitutes of Florenzi, Marquinhos, Mbappe, and Baker. Marquinhos and Mbappe have been an attacking threat. Of course, Marquinhos netting the goal against City in the first leg, and he also scored against Lens in the weekend fixture at League One. So obviously, Mbappe and Marquinhos would provide that sort of a defensive stability as well as the necessary attacking threat whenever required. Pardes, Herrera, Di Maria. I feel Herrera would start this match. Di Maria would be the attacking threat. Verratti would come into midfield. Marco Verratti would probably shift back into the team, replacing Pablo Sarabia and Julian Draxler. Obviously, who played against Lens. Again, more experienced, more, they understand the Champions League scenarios and match scenarios better. So obviously, that's why I feel that Verratti and Di Maria would be the preferred starters over Sarabia and Draxler. Neymar and Mbappe, the two top players that they would want to combine. So Neymar, Mbappe, and Di Maria. Di Maria has, of course, been one of the key assist makers from PSG. So he's going to play a big role. He also assisted Marquinhos in the goal last time as well. So obviously, it's going to be important that Di Maria steps up. So that's my 11 for PSG. Talking about the key players for this game, of course, there are so many wonderful players in both the teams. It's very difficult for me to pick one single key player. For me, for Manchester City, the key player is going to be Ilkay Gundogan. I think because of the fact that they've already got an away goal, it's going to be important that Ilkay Gundogan controls the midfield. Much like N'Golo Kante did against Real Madrid, we saw he was wonderful. I'm going to think that Ilkay Gundogan is going to be a player that's going to step up and is going to be one of the key players for Manchester City against PSG. For PSG, again, they need to score. They need to score if they want to, continue their Champions League run, if they want to reach the final the second time on trot. For PSG, there is little doubt that their key player is going to be Neymar. I was in a dilemma between Mbappe and Neymar because Mbappe has scored goals. But I think Neymar has the ability to step up when much is asked of him. So I think for me, the key player for PSG is going to be Neymar. Predictions. Again, this has been a tough one. For me, I think with the fact that City have been wonderful at home, I think City would probably eke out a victory here by 1-0 is what I think. They would probably have a lot of attack being done by PSG, but it's going to be a 1-0 for City. Another prediction which one of my friends I would say probably one of the other video makers, Kedar, said was a 2-1 replicate of the score and then an extra time and penalty. So we're going ahead with two predictions. 1-0 by Siddharth and a 2-1 by Kedar, where he says the same score PSG would win 2-1 and then would lead 2-1 in the normal 90 minutes, and then you would see extra time and penalties where he thinks City would emerge victorious. So again, both of us are predicting for a City win, but you can never ever discount PSG. They are a champion side and they know how to come out of tough situations like this. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to episode 1. Let us know in the comment section what you liked, what you didn't like. We've tried our end of making this exciting. Do share, subscribe, and follow us for more sports-related content. We are here to promote sports. We want to learn We want to build a good community for sport, and that's our idea behind starting this channel as well. So cheers, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care. Bye.